Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys a first impressions of a seasonal anime that just came out 2 weeks ago, Ushio to Tora. Now, I already got a smile on my face. I'm beaming because I love this, and obviously I'm going to review it. That's why I'm here. Now, this series, Ushio to Tora, came out in like 1990 when I was born, and it ran for 6 years on Weekly Shonen Sunday, which I believe is different than Weekly Shonen Jump, I'm pretty sure. Either way. And it had an OVA later on, but from what I heard, the OVA didn't really give it justice, the manga. So here we are, 25 years later, and this series is getting redone with its own anime, like a legit anime series. And that's pretty cool. Now, this series, like, the vibe is so Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, come on, it's super Yu Yu Hakusho. And that's why I'm gravitating towards it, because listen, people's favorite series back in the day was Dragon Ball Z. Mine was Yu Yu Hakusho, alright? I was one of those oddballs where I'm like, yeah, Goku Kamehameha is cool, but, yeah, that was my thing, you know, Spirit Gun, alright? That was my shit. So when I see Ushio, when I see Tora, their interaction, it's very cool, alright? It's fun. It's, like, as characters by themselves, they're awesome. Ushio is hilarious. His interaction with his father, with his elementary school friend, Nakamura, Inoue as well, hilarious. Tora comes in there, and at first he's hardcore as fuck, and you're thinking like, whoa, this guy's a demon, or a monster, wherever he is. He says, like, I'm gonna eat you. And Ushio, like, you would think, like, someone in that position, like, they'd freak out, like, whoa, like, oh, shit, like, monster in the basement. No. He's like, fuck it, I want to kick in the spear, and then I want to, and Tora, he's getting pissed and shit. He's like, fuck, it hurts. He cuts him in the forehead in the first episode. And he's still pushing in that fucking spear, dog. This shit was funny, it was hilarious. So, the whole point here is that it's serious, but the comedy goes very well with the serious tone. It's amazing, so far. So that's, I'm on board. I'm on board. Episode 3, I think, is coming out on Friday. I'm pretty sure. Either Thursday or Friday. I don't know which day it comes out. Maybe Saturday. But it's coming out in a few days from now. I'll make sure, 100%, I'll review the next episode on time. Guarantee you, because I'm not missing it, man. I'm not. Yo, this is awesome. So, a brief premise of what the story is about so far. Basically, you have Ushio, and it starts off where he's with his father, and his father apparently has to leave in order to go train somewhere, because he's like some kind of priest and train whatever. But he always talks about the family spear and like the legacy of the spear, and how we have to uphold the family lineage and that kind of stuff. It's not really important about what he's saying. Up until Ushio, he has to air out the books. That's what his father told him to do, air out the books. And when he does that, he trips on this doorknob, and apparently there's an actual door on the ground, which he never knows before. So he decides to actually like try and open the door, but it's locked. However, the door is so rusty where the bolts on the door wind up breaking apart as he's pulling it, and then the door falls into this basement, this hidden basement. And in this hidden basement is a monster, which is later on known as Tora. And the monster is actually pinned down to the wall behind it via the spear, which is called the Beast Spear. And only a human can remove the Beast Spear. Now, initially, Ushio's like, yo, fuck this dude, alright? This dude, he's like, yo, listen, free me, and if you do, I'm gonna eat you. Like, just straight up, like, yeah, free me. I've been here for 500 years. I'm kind of bored. The spear's, you know, the spear's a pain in my ass, so free me. Because I'm going to eat you. I'm going to rain havoc and shit. Tora's like, nah, fuck you, dog. Kicks in the spear even more. And then that's when you have the whole initial interaction between Tora and Ushio, which kind of sets the tone when it comes to their relationship. Where they're going to have, you know, clear friction and butting heads, but at the same time, this butting heads brings this weird cohesion between the two. Either way. So he goes to school, and he's thinking about this fucking monster in this goddamn basement. Like, fuck this goddamn monster. He's in the goddamn basement. Like, I fucking old man never told him about this shit. It's crazy. The spear is actually real. Because he never saw the spear, but he actually sees the spear for the first time. And it's actually, it's in the monster, Tora. So what happens is, we get to see him in school, which I think is high school. It could be middle school, I'm not too sure. But either way, high school, middle school. And he has the interaction with Nakamura and Inoue, his two childhood friends. And we find out more about him as a character. Basically, he likes to paint, he likes art, even though he sucks at art. And he's actually, he's very physically endowed. Like, he can do a lot of things. He can play soccer, basketball, he's very physically fit and athletic. And when it comes to him and Nakamura, there's something going on there, obviously, where, and Inoue's fully aware of this, where Nakamura, she likes Ushio, and she displays it by being mean. I mean, a lot of high school girls do this, where they express their emotions by being mean, by punching you, but actually, they want the D. Alright? So if you don't know, now you know. If a girl usually is being mean to you, even though she's nice to everyone else, odds are she wants your D. Now, that being said, again, they're like high school, middle school, they're not of age. Well, it's Japan, and so in some parts in Japan, I think that like the age of consent's like 13 or some shit, like some crazy low number. Whatever. That's not the point here. The point here is that they go back, because apparently Ushio was supposed to bring like Nakamura's notebook. He forgot it, because again, fucking monster in his basement. So he goes back to the house, and then she basically goes with him. Oh no, she comes later on and is like, yeah, the notebook, you forgot. And as they're talking in front of his door, these weird faint phantoms start to appear around him. Now, he can see them, but they can't. And he comes to the conclusion, basically, that Tora is the reason why these phantoms are appearing. And so he runs down the basement, and he's like, what the fuck's going on? I see like all these weird phantom bug things. And Tora's like, oh yeah, like you opened the basement, bro. You opened the basement, and therefore my aura is leaking out. That was your fault. And then as he's saying that, Inoue and Nakamura, they scream. And he's trying to go over there. Tora's like, no, too late. Fuck it. It's already done, man. There are already these phantom bugs. If you want to stop them, you know, take out the beast spear. Set me free. And he does that. Tora kind of tricks him a little bit, and he's like, no. Like, yeah, you set me free, but I'm fucking you now. Too bad, bro. And that's when we see the true properties of the beast spear, where in which the beast spear actually transforms Ushio. His hair becomes longer, his eyes become like beast-like, and he becomes far more powerful and swift, and he's able to actually, for the most part, pin down Tora, as Tora helps him assist with the bugs that he himself brought over with his demon aura that has been staying in the basement for like 500 years. So the whole point here is that the beast spear allows Ushio to transform. Apparently it was made 2,000 years ago in China, and its purpose is to destroy monsters. Now, he also has to make sure that Tora is kept under control, because Tora wants to go out into the world and start eating people and creating havoc and chaos, so we can't have that. So the whole premise here from there is, so they're a weird tag team where in which Ushio has to make sure that Tora is under control, where he's not going to go off and start eating humans. And Tora, he wants to haunt Ushio, and he wants to eat Ushio. So it's this weird tag team that's forming now. We get to see this teamwork in episode 2, where you have Ushio and Tora take on this monster called the Rock Eater, which actually had encased Nakamura, Inoue, and a few of the girls in this stone. They are petrified, pretty much. And he was going to consume them in their petrified state. That's what it does. But Ushio and Tora wound up actually taking it on, and they wound up defeating it with a relative ease after the spear frees Ushio from his petrification. And in episode 2, a few things arise that are very important. Number one, the fact that Nakamura and Inoue, they were unsure about like the whole demon thing in episode 1 because they thought that it was a dream. Episode 2, it's a full-on like reality, like monsters. They're here, they're fucking real, and we almost died by them. And then we were saved by someone, but they have no idea if it was actually Ushio, because when he transforms, his hair becomes much longer, like on some Gone Freak shit. But also number 2 is that you have a TV station. They're actually recording Ushio and Tora fight against this giant centipede rock eater monster. So all of a sudden, in episode 2, you're exposing the existence of monsters to the world. At least to the immediate area, maybe the nation. And how that's actually perceived later on, I'm not too sure where it goes. But it may breed a stronger sense of superstition within the series because this is actually being seen by the populace, which is, you know, pretty intense. Where normally monsters are hidden because they are, well, basically monsters are hidden, alright? They're a sense of folklore, people don't see them that often. But when you have an actual TV camera recording that shit, it's like, fuck. So, the monsters are real. And you see Tora actually watching himself on like the small little handheld device. He's like, oh shit, I'm in the box, but I'm here. It's pretty neat. So those were the first 2 episodes in a nutshell. And there are a few things that I automatically cherish about this series. Again, the fact that it does have that old school vibe. And honestly, the way it is, it's like you have that old school tinge that you would see in like Inuyasha and Yu Yu Hakusho. But it's 2015 smoothness. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, that's the way it is. It's sharp, it's smooth, but the tinge is 1990. The next thing is Tora has lightning-based powers to a degree. King of Lightning. Lightning-based powers. Sold. For the most part. Alright? For the most part. And the overall fighting style of both Ushio and Tora is savage. Like, I dig that, man. It's savage, it's heavy, it's ferocious, and all the while, they do put in little bits of comedy here and there when they're fighting amongst each other. So, like, I dig that. Like comedy is good, but too much comedy can take away from the seriousness of a particular moment or the overall arc or an overall show. So when you sprinkle in a little bit of comedy here and there, when they fight each other, it is refreshing to a certain degree. The next thing is, even though I know some dudes specifically, they love it. For me, it's kind of like it's too much sometimes. And that is the fact that a lot of women in anime, they're overly voluptuous, the big old titties, like double Fs, like really slender waist, like, you know, hourglass figure to like the umph degree, in like in One Piece, for example, where the boobs are so big, their back should be breaking. But here you have, or actually the reverse, where it's the lolicon, like little girl thing, like what the fuck, dog, like dude, chill, seriously. But in this series, Nakamura and Inoue, they look like regular, average day girls. Having fun, I guess. I mean, even though there's demons walking around and shit, whatever. But the whole point here is that they are not overly sexualized in either extreme, whether it's the childhood lolicon bullshit, or it's the overly voluptuous, like double Z's, like huge asses, and then just a slender waist where it's like, that makes no damn sense. So, like, physics don't work in that way. You see what I'm saying here? So, I like that. I do like that. And I guess that's really it, man. Because I can only go so far in 2 episodes. But so far, very good. And I'm on board. If you're on the fence, no longer on the fence, alright? I should have pushed you over the fence to the side of watching it. Because I see the potential. And okay, it's not that good to have high expectations, because if you do have high expectations, odds are they'll fall short, whatever you're having your expectations for. And when they fall short, you're disappointed and whatnot. But at the same time, I can see this show being great. I really do see this show really great. Because, like, I don't know, man, I have a feeling. I feel the greatness from Ushio to Tora. I can feel it just resonating with my soul. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So, give me your thoughts on Ushio to Tora. What do you guys and gals think of the first 2 episodes so far? Episode 3 is going to be coming out at some point this week. Again, maybe either on a Friday, Saturday, Thursday, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to be reviewing it on the day of release, because I want to be on point with Ushio to Tora. I really do. I love it. I love it. Alright, shit. So, King of Lightning, rate the video. That's easy to do. You have a mouse. Click, click, click. Dislike, like, whatever the fuck you want to do. Rate the video. Comment. Subscribe. First impressions of Ushio to Tora, great. And I'm on board. and I'll see you guys later.
Let me suck it and I can have power and I can give you power. Come on, chop it up and take it now. I need it now. Give me the blood. You're so hot, good looking.